What's up, guys? So, what have we got going for this weekend? This weekend we have a secret dungeon. The secret dungeon we got is whenever it wants to load. We Come on. Come on. All right, we have the 3-star Wind Imp Champion. All right, so he'll be open this weekend. We don't need to really check the details. We know um, it'll start Friday. It'll end Sunday. But let's check him out. Like, what does he do? We already know, for example, that Yaku, the Water One, is a decent monster on his own. He's really good single target nuke, and he's really good. He can be using dragons or giants. He can even be using guild or even PvP depending on your team comps. More likely guild because there's only 3 instead of 4. So the AoEs are important, but if you can usually target down their support or healer, you're good to go. Let's check him out. So alright, we got the fire one here, wind. Alright, so Pigma. You got Pigma here, defense type. First ability, Spear Charge. Charges towards the enemy with a spear to inflict continuous damage for 1 turn with a 50% chance. Increases your attack power for 2 turns if you get a critical hit. Alright, so defense type needs critical hit. Alright. Now we're going to do defensive formation. Takes a defensive stance, recovering 25% HP and counterattacking for 2 turns. Okay. Initially, it doesn't seem like such a great ability, but let's look at his third ability and then talk about him for a little bit. Storm Warrior embraces the power of thunder, granting all attacks a 35% chance to stun the target. Okay, see, so that's where his second ability synergizes with his kit. So his first ability again inflicts continuous damage if he gets a critical hit, right? However, whether it's a critical hit or not, his passive gives him a chance to stun on top of that. A second, his second ability recovers his HP and gives him a built-in revenge, guaranteed revenge. So when he attacks, not only can he possibly deal continuous if he gets a critical hit, but he can consistently stun. So what kind of builds might work on Pigma, and where would you want to use Pigma? Builds that might work are Violent Revenge. You might also be able to do Despair Revenge if you want the extra chance of stunning, just in case you feel like it's not high enough. But a Violent Revenge would be really good. Um, or even you could do a Nemesis Revenge, but like a double Nemesis Revenge or a Nemesis double Revenge. It would be a little bit of a weird build, and you would definitely need to build up HP instead of defense, especially since it looks like Pigma's base HP and defense are both pretty low, especially the base defense for a defense type monster. Um, you could also try an attack build, as most of the M champions are have pretty high base damage. Even the defense type ones for a defense type monster, their base damage is high. So that might be where you want to use Pigma. Um, single target nuke, uh, and if depending on how you build Pigma, if not a single target nuke, at least single target um, utility. You have dots, and you have the stun, which is why violent would be really good. Violent revenge, or violent nemesis even, because you have a built-in revenge, and the revenge lasts for 2 turns. It's on a 4-turn cooldown. I don't know if it will. It will probably be a 3-turn cooldown when skilled up. I don't know off the top of my head. So if it is a 3-turn cooldown, once it's down, you just put it right back up, and you're good to go. You can consistently have a revenge. So a revenge set might not even be necessary unless you're going up against teams that have strippers, in which case, uh, when they strip your revenge buff, you might want to still have a 15% chance of proccing a revenge. So that's Pigma in a nutshell. You can I'm thinking off the top of my head, you can use Pigma guild battles. You can use Pigma maybe in the light rift beast, although they're immune to dots, so that kind of hurts. But the revenge is nice. The built-in revenge is nice, and if you're on violent, that's even better. Um, However, the light imp champion would be a better fit for that. Saffron, because attacks the enemy and recovers by. So Saffron would be good for the Thunder Beast. If you put Pigma on a vampire, I guess you could use it for the Thunder Beast too, but that might be a bit of a stretch. Really, Pigma I'm seeing is a guild offense, maybe a guild defense, but probably guild offense and not much else. Maybe the Wind Beast, but not a lot. So definitely a situational monster. You could bring Pigma into World Arena. I don't know how well that would fare, but that's it. So if nothing else, you can definitely use Pigma as food for Yaku, Saffron, or actually, I really enjoy Fyro. Fyro just has dots out the wazoo. First ability dots. Second ability does more dots and does damage proportionate to the target's max HP, and then more dots on third ability. So I really like Fyro, Yaku, and Saffron. The Dark One, Loki, I'm not a super huge fan of. Like, he's a mix between Yaku and Fyro, but anyway, so just a quick rundown on this weekend's secret dungeon. So whether you want to farm it or not is up to you, but I definitely recommend it if you're building a Yaku, Fyro, Saffron, or even a Loki, or if you want to build Pigma itself, definitely farm it. If nothing else, it's good food and it's good mana. Until then, I hope you liked the video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, or any combination. And until next time, stay in trouble.